30 million Americans will owe the IRS next spring. That's the estimate from the Government Accountability Office.
Auditors say employers aren't taking enough money out of people's paychecks. 41 Action News reporter Kat Reed found out what you can do right now so that you can avoid a big bill next year.
For more than 23 years, the goal at Lauren Alexandra in Brookside has been the same.
We have specialized in all of the best for baby.
To focus on what's on the shelves, owner Pamela DeCapo outsourced payroll duties years ago.
At some point, you want to take the monkey off everyone's back, and for us, switching to a payroll company did just that.
DeCapo's payroll company and employers across the country are in the midst of a major change, the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act.
You really just need to be aware of those changes and figure out how it's going to impact you specifically.
Nathan Rigney is a lead tax research analyst for H&R Block. He says new tax withholding tables that went into effect earlier this year meant bigger paychecks for some.
Great, right? Except for some of those people, their withholding is not going to be enough to cover their tax liability.
Which means more people will have to pay the IRS next spring. So here's what you can do to avoid a surprise bill. Head to the IRS website and use the withholding calculator. It'll help you figure out how much your employer should be withholding from each paycheck.
It makes your paycheck go down a little bit, but it saves you from having to really reach into your savings account in tax season and pay a big balance due.
You can also visit a tax expert to double check the numbers. DeCapo is happy her expert will be handling the changes.
If there's one less thing I have to do that is about pushing paper or making a decision that has to do with somebody else's money, I'm good to go for a company to handle all the details.
Reporting in Kansas City, Kat Reed, 41 Action News.
GAO auditors found 21% of taxpayers will owe the IRS next spring, but even without the new tax law, that number would still be pretty high at 18%. If you do owe money, the IRS says it's better to pay as soon as possible so that you don't get hit with high interest or fees. The IRS's website also says the cost of using your credit card may be less than the IRS's repayment plan. You just got to do your research. That installment option lets you make monthly payments.